Sup fam? How's everybody doing? I hope y'all had a good full moon in Sagittarius. I had planned on doing this yesterday during like the full moon hours earlier in the day, and then I started manifesting like spontaneously out of control. And my BFF showed up, and she's like my coven buddy, and we ended up having an impromptu like full moon session together, like just out of the blue, spontaneously. And then later I ended up picking up a shift at work by like surprise. I apparently somehow like the universe had set my auto pickup. I did not do this. And I picked up a shift and had no idea. And they called me and they were like, "Are you coming in?" And I'm like, "I had no idea I was supposed to be there." And so we were able to arrange it to where I took care of like a party that was coming in at 6:30, and I was able to get there like an hour ahead. And I was just like, oh my God, like it was mortifying though, because I thought like I would never flake on like a professional responsibility. I pride myself on like being like a professional, dependable person, and I was just like, oh my God. But it all worked out great. And so yeah, and then I was at the restaurant a little later, and I was thinking, I need to go home and do my video, but honestly, I wanted to do this video and I wanted to do it today, and I didn't want to make it in the middle of the night, and I didn't want to make a video just to say I made one. It's not really offering value at that point. So I just decided to wait until today. So better late than never. The energy is still good. And also, like, what we're talking about is something that's a part of our continual growth and continual expansion and continual practice. So it's all relevant still. And this particular full moon has been so strong that I had this like this thought that like it is like usually the full moon is the climax of the energy, but I feel like the Sagittarius moon is giving us multiple climaxes, if you know what I mean. It's just the manifestation is off the charts. So your assignment is going to be to start talking out loud for the next 2 weeks during this moon cycle, to like a manifestation buddy or your like coven buddy, but I want you to speak out loud to each other about what you are like fostering in your life, what you're letting go of, what you're calling in, and all of that, and just watch it start playing out and just like laugh at how fast it happens, especially if you're just sort of like really lighthearted about it and let go and like aren't really attached to the outcomes. Like it's so fun. So yeah, so the Sagittarius energy is just like mojo rising. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like my game's gotten turned up over the last couple of days, and I'm sure yours has too. And our consciousness is just expanding, our mood, our vibe, our feeling, everything about us, our lives are just up-leveling. And so we're feeling this expansion and this sense of hope and optimism and good fortune coming. Like the tides are turning in our favor. And we're actually starting to see signs of like long-term abundance that's like sustainable that's coming in. Like we've been setting the foundations and really building and putting into place so far this year. And it's like we're finally starting to feel like the momentum is starting to move in our favor. And so to make the most of that momentum, it's good to reevaluate all of those healthy practices and all of those little systems and routines and everything that you've put in place that's helping you maintain and sustain that all of this that's going on, and be able to like really unfold into your potential and like take advantage of opportunities and really take advantage of this momentum and like ride the wave. So, it's a good time to just really be devoted to yourself, to showing up consistently, reevaluate, cut out what's not necessary or what's not really, valuable, and really put your intention and focus where your heart and your passion is leading you. Like, what's the main thing that you need to be focusing on right now? Really put your focus in it, and I think that it'll open up the other things too. But having your focus on something that's passionate and joyful will only expand your sense of enthusiasm and inspiration and optimism and hopefulness, which will yield good results and will expand your expectations to expect things to go well and to be optimistic and to be that archer that goes out and takes a shot, you know? So it's really good. It's like we're feeling courageous, we're feeling fiery, we're feeling gregarious, we're wanting to party. I know I'm like planning on, I might be too late for the pool after this, but I'm hoping I can like meet up with this party that I was invited to this afternoon. But yeah, so we're feeling like cutting loose. So careful not to get too out of balance, because we've worked hard to put ourselves finally into balance and into alignment. But also enjoy yourself. And, you know, it's like, don't be too rigid, but don't be too, you know, loosey-goosey either. So it's just always a fine balance, and we're always doing a tightrope walk. But I do feel, and, you know, I hope you're feeling it too, just abundance and good fortune and like good feeling, like something is good, something is close, something's coming through. And it's like, also, I feel like we have surprises coming our way and like little manifestations that come out of nowhere that we're not even expecting. But I also feel like what we're growing is continuing to show signs of like growth spurts as well. So all very exciting. And I'm feeling like getting into our Celtic cross with the straightforward oracle. I've got my shells out. My BFF Tracy went to the Virgin Islands and she found all of these shells and brought me these back. And I've got this one shell here, and she was like, I have a matching one. And I was like, we should connect them, and like I used to call you on my shell phone. It's so funny. So these are like our little like psychic walkie-talkies now. But I love my shells. They're so gorgeous. But just had to give her a shout out and say thank you, Tracy. Okay, so what represents us in the context of this moment? Let's see what this says. It was very aggressive. Ooh, be patient. Oh, this is already going to be a fun one, I can tell, huh? Patience. You are abundant. Yay! So this is awesome. So patience. It's all working out. You already have everything that you seek, and it's just like the wire is being transferred, right? And you know, everything is about to hit. It's just that quiet moment where the water recedes and the wave is coming, right? So very exciting. What's crossing us right now? What is crossing us? That's not really strong. It hopped, did not jump out. Don't waste any more time. So don't waste time. I think that that's also part of this momentum and this charged up, passionate, like go-getter energy with Sagittarius. It's like, it is kind of impulsive, and that's good. You want to regain all of that initial fiery energy of spring and all that Aries energy with the Sagittarius influence of being, you know, impulsive and quick to act. But do it using wisdom. You know, something else that is a theme of Sagittarius is exploration and learning and expanding your philosophy and your wisdom as well. And so we've learned from these lessons, and now we're applying our wisdom, and we are, you know, less hesitant. Rather than being impulsive, we have taken that, the speed of it and transmuted it from being impulsive into being less hesitant and more decisive and quick to move. Also, if something is not working or it's just a dead end, like don't waste your time there either. Don't waste your resources on things that aren't really in alignment with like what you're like valuing and wanting to build right now. You want to really utilize all your energy and your passion and your resources and all of that to what you really want to build, what you want to feed. What is the subconscious influence right now? Subconscious influence is unavoidable fate. And so there's some kind of belief that you feel like you have this unavoidable fate. Like, oh, it doesn't matter what I do. It's always just going to be the same thing again. And that's only because it's the pattern that you've been reliving over and over and over again. And I think that that's been the main theme of the messages coming through recently. It's like you just have this little bit left that has to do with that belief that you are just living out this unavoidable fate, that you're destined to never really get what you want, or that the rug will always be ripped out from under you. So we're really healing that subconscious belief right now and tackling that and letting it go over the waning period over the next couple of weeks. All right, what is the past lesson influencing us now? Oh my God, this is so funny. It literally landed on my thigh. And it's like, what is the past lesson that is influencing us now? You're going in circles, okay? It's literally like the past influence that always is influencing you now. Your negative pattern, your negative cycle. It's like you're stuck in a loop repeating the same mistake, and it's time for a new story, because this is a huge new cycle starting. There's a new, I think it's the new Jupiter cycle. It's like a 12-year thing. And it's like, you know, our luck is really turning, and what we've known for the past 12 years is like gone by the wayside. And so you want to leave all of the beliefs and all the baggage that you picked up along the way, and all the debris and all the soot and that nasty old resin of misery, just get it out of your system and let it go. Okay, so what's crowning us right now? There's just too many that flipped. What's crowning us now? What has potential to be coming into being? You're in great pain. So this is stored sorrow is causing problems. You are seen and witnessed. This pain is holding you back. It's time for healing. Pair your emotional work with exercise, work up a sweat. Ooh, I've been doing that too. And that's another way to get like what we've talked about in past readings, like the devil's residue. It's like a Chilling Tales of Sabrina reference when Nick has to like hold the devil inside of him as like a flesh prison. Like the devil, like they finally like exorcise him when they have someone else to keep him in, and he left behind this like nasty residue that Nick is like being tormented by. And so I think that we're getting rid of all of that leftover pain that is influencing our perception with still the flavor of what was. And we're really just like bleaching all of that away. Really sweat it out, really get it out of your system every way you can. Just try to purge your energy of that and let go and just start fresh on this new foot forward, right? So yeah, honor the pain that's been lingering. Allow yourself to feel it, and then allow it to just flow through. Don't hold on to the stories that come with it. Just let them pass, and allow yourself to examine the stories that come with it, but observe what you have learned from that, and what you choose to believe about it going forward. You know what I mean? So like use that as a time to really settle it within yourself. Okay, what is coming around the corner? What's coming up? This is a physical issue to overcome. Okay, so that in this regard means that we have dealt with this on the inside, or we have been dealing with it, or we're in the midst of dealing with it outside, and on the inside, like within our subconscious, within our thoughts, within our feelings. Like we've been really like digging through this and unpacking it. And so now we're getting to a point where this is going to play out in our life, and we're going to have to walk this out in the 3D outer world. This says this is a physical issue to overcome. It's practical, it's mundane. Body, household, money, diet, sleep habits, physical behaviors, physical 3D world. And I feel like part of our own growth this year has had a lot to do with our physical mundane life. It's like it's been reset from like the back to basics kind of thing. And so I feel like just get back to getting your physical world all like on point and organized and sorted, uncluttered, feng shui. Get all of your physical routines into place that are going to give you energy and feel good and health, and then also get like your schedule and your structure in place so that you can follow through with these things, and you have sort of like a routine and a plan and discipline in place to keep following up on it. That's kind of like one of the physical things, the practical things you can do to step out of this kind of like pause or plateau. You know, as we're in base camp 1 now, like we've got to like rest, regroup, and like get our supplies before we start climbing again, right? Your perception that's affecting your situation right now is that you're making too big of a deal of this. You are making mountains out of molehills. This isn't as significant as you think. So you may be afraid of facing something or feeling something that may not be like the catastrophe that you fear it might be. So, or it may not end up being as brutal as you think, or as painful as you think, or as disappointing as you think, or maybe it's not going to be as life-changing as you think, you know? Usually things aren't. So it's mostly our anticipation of them that is causing all of the discomfort and anxiety. So the outer situation, the outer influence is affecting us. Energy detox. So things are falling away that don't need to be there. Patterns, dynamics, the way that we see things, the way that we handled things, the way that we, interacted in, within certain dynamics or whatever are changing. It's falling away. So we're letting all that go. We're literally doing energy detox to cleanse all of the old negativity and pain and perception and expectations away. We really want to be new people moving forward, and I think we are, and we're doing it. All right, the next card represents our fears and wishes. Do we have fears or wishes? This is a dead end. So we've been fearing that this is a dead end, but it says it's worth. So, okay, we have, this is a dead end, worth working on, true love. Mixed signals much? Okay. Let's just read the little catchphrases on the card to see if it prompts anything specific. Okay, so this is a dead end. Futile attempts, fruitless efforts, just passing through, a temporary experience, nothing significant will grow from this. Worth working on, don't throw in the towel. There is something to be learned in this. The situation has value. True love. There is true and deep love here. Relationships that challenge us to grow. True devotion and commitment. This person or situation is coming from the vibration of pure love. Well, let's see. One of two things could be happening here. Either the way that you have been doing something is a dead end and it needs to be released, start over so that you know that this is worth working on. So put the effort in and then something could come of it later, but not at the current situation that it's in or not in the way that it's being handled. So either this is a dead end, you need to completely wash yourself out of the cycle and start fresh completely. Work on it, make changes, and see if you can set yourself up, because there's true love here. Whether or not there can be anything there, don't know. And that could apply to a job, like a career, a passion that you're following. It may be that it's a hobby and not like a long-term, sustainable income source. But if it's a person, then it could be that the relationship is worth working on. But right now, at the current course, it's a dead end. Or it could mean that there's a dead end that you are getting over, but there is something that is actually worth working on coming into your life. That's something that's going to be because every relationship it requires effort, right? So maybe a relationship that is worth the effort is coming in and it's going to offer a true love situation, whereas the other is not, and so it needs to just be let go of, and it's just not worth wasting your resources and energy on. All right, let's see what the outcome is. A lot of shit happening, people. This is crazy. All right, what's our outcome? As it stands right now, what can we expect? Maybe this one. Initiations, challenges from the light meant to challenge you. Oh, they're kind of redundant. So something about the way that this moon cycle is playing out is an initiation period. Some big lesson is going to be resolved, completed, so that a new cycle can fully get going. I guess something's coming into the light. Something, there will be a lot more clarity about something, and there is going to be forward movement. It just depends on in what way and how that's going to take shape, and who and what and when and where that's going to look like, right? Cool. So very exciting, very suspenseful, big old cliffhanger life. Oh, I don't, you guys, it's anybody's game. I don't know. This is pretty exciting. I can't wait to hear from y'all and see what's going on over the next couple of weeks. I'm nosy. Okay, cool. So let's pull a couple of cards to clarify what's going on here. So the moon, things are coming up from the shadows to be revealed. A lot of things from the subconscious are coming forward to be reprogrammed. And because of this, like tests and challenges are coming up, but also manifestations too. And revelation, insight, and maybe even finding out information that was not known before. But it's also about like facing fears and facing the shadow self and facing all those insecurities. Just confronting all of that and facing the truth. Not avoiding the truth. Okay, wow. Next card. Okay, this is a situation that is going to be like a learning experience. It's going to be going on. It's like you're the apprentice now, and so don't be in a hurry to rush ahead. Just take your time. There's a lot to be learned here, and a lot of self-mastery that can come. Yeah, maybe you're learning a new skill, or maybe you're learning more about yourself. Maybe you're on a path of self-discovery, but Page of Wands comes up next. And so there is a surge of passion and a surge of energy, especially with this like Sagittarian energy. But like the Page of Wands, don't be too impulsive or immature. Don't be insensitive. And don't chase every shiny object. Be intentional, okay? So we want to have that mature energy and inspiration that can be contained in structure and focused. Harnessed and channeled. What is our final? Oop, I like that. Oh, Nine of Pentacles, awesome. So this is great. We're like starting to see signs of real self-worth, independence, standing strong on your own 2 feet. Like someone who's just like really relaxed, comfortable in their own skin is starting to build security, and like their efforts are starting to show fruits. So good things are happening. We are starting to be able to relax in the environment that we have cultivated in this new life that we're building for ourselves. And it's looking good on us, and we're very excited, and it's just bringing out all new things and more abundance and more hope and more joy. And it's going to keep on keeping on. Okay, let's do Romance Angels. Actually, I always do this. Let's do the Moon card first and our last tarot. And then we'll do our oracles. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Hey, hey. Y'all, I felt like something's going on. Some kind of love theme here. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe someone unexpected will just walk into the scene. You just never know. Be open to letting life itself romance you and sweep you off your feet, and be in that open, optimistic vibration. Stay optimistic about your love life. Oh my God, what if we get that card? Yeah, I'm excited. And Libra is like the master, or the lesson of Libra is mastering partnerships and learning to maintain the self within the partnership, to be able to compromise without being absorbed, right? To be able to maintain your own. And so King of Swords, we are getting a lot of clarity, a lot of discernment, and we're just really, really feeling like solid in how we see things and getting clear on some issues. Very decisive energy, not emotional about it at all. Very, like looking at something very dispassionately and like analyzing, like we've analyzed the data and so far the results are inconclusive. No, but they're going to be more conclusive over the next few days, couple of weeks. There's going to be a greater sense of confidence in the clarity that you're getting, and like the feeling of being like emotionally sober and able to like make wise choices for yourself. Okay, but don't be insensitive either. because that's a pitfall of the King of Swords and also Sagittarius. Just bluntness, like you can be pretty blunt. All right, retreat, spending time alone, or it's time to disconnect from the world. So yeah, spend time with yourself, which is good, to fill your own cup so that you're not looking for someone else to constantly like have to like pacify you, you know? So be self-sufficient in that way. Spend time in reflection, but also it might be that like somebody new is coming in and you get to spend some time together and hang out and get to know one another. We'll see how that goes. Either way, you might be having some time off, sometimes to just like hang out and do fun things. Ooh, do hood rat things with your friends. That's what I want to do. Romantic feelings. I love it. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, ooh la la, babies. Something's happening up in here. There's something happening here. And I'm like looking at this stack that came up underneath it, and this is just going to be the rest of our cards. So you deserve love. You are lovable. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. And, you know, sometimes this is a bit extreme, but like it just means that like, hey, this could be something to explore here, right? You never know. Ooh, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. Maybe there's a dark horse in the run, guys. Who knows? Who knows? But it could be a past life situation, or it could be a past pattern that you're getting to do over, right? Maybe you're getting a do-over in a situation. Either way, just brace yourself. Use all of the self-help working round the clock to stay sane. And another true love again. We've had true love twice. True love. You're truly lovable. You deserve love. It's very exciting. Looks very promising. All right, let's get one card for our manifestations. What do we need to know? I feel like I just want one card and not a big chunk. Just, oh, this is very pushy. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. Yes, and that is all about like full moon energy is all about releasing that old, and so that, you know, we can have be prepared for the next new moon, the next new wave of energy. So yes, release, like let go of the past, you know, no hard feelings, let it go. Let go of the old patterns, stories, storylines, fantasies that you've been playing out. Just let go and move forward, and then see what comes with you, right? See when you move forward what stays in your life if you're just not holding on. Okay, one last card. Let's let Mary have the last word. Advice from Jesus' mom. Family, pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. So pray for your fam. Give the situation over in prayer. I've been trying to do that as a habit recently, and then underneath we have compassion and God. And surrender the need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in the situation. And I see and feel others' point of view and with forgiveness and kindness. I love that. So pray for help in, you know, surrendering the situation to God, asking to help you forgive and extend unconditional love moving forward and understanding, and try to have compassion for someone else who's going through their own process as well. If you have family healing, as always, just keep on keeping on with that. It's always a process. All right, you guys. I'm feeling good about this. Feeling real good. I'm going to see if I still have a party to go to. All right, y'all take care. Let me know how this moon cycle is going for you. Good luck out there, and don't forget to start finding a manifestation buddy to talk daily about your manifestations that are coming into being. That's your assignment for the next couple of weeks, because the manifestation energy is crazy, and I think it's gonna keep having like momentum. Remember, multiple climaxes, multiple moon energy climaxes, people. Take advantage. See ya.